Greetings once again to the Biblical Hermeneutics students here at Southeastern University. This is your instructor, Dr. Larry Asplund, coming to you at the end of week 2. I wanted to be able to stop by and welcome you to week 2, which is also a module, or week 3 rather, which is also module 3. And that means we're 1/4 of the way through this class, but we're going to pick up the pace a little bit this week in this module. And I know you're going to enjoy as we continue to go forward to explore the scriptures together. The theme of Module 3 is learning how to do a contextual analysis. So ultimately in hermeneutics, context is everything. One kind or another of context basically summarizes our approach to interpreting the scripture. And so, as you know, we're taking baby steps, not only unpacking specific tools that you will use when it comes to your study of scripture, but also tools that you will use in writing your final exegetical paper at the end of this class. So once again, in terms of the aims, the objectives for Module 3, there's another very, very good written introduction that you will want to read and pay attention to. I kind of like the idea of just copying it and pasting it into a single document that has all of the introductions for all of the modules. And then here are our learning objectives for Module 3. First of all, to identify the concept of contextual analysis, and then to recognize what questions to explore in order to do a well-researched contextual analysis. So you are going to be asking questions. Of course, you've already had an exercise where you were unpacking your chosen passage in Ephesians, but these are going to be context questions specifically that you will find will guide your research in a focused kind of way. Number 3, to identify the different resources available to answer the questions posed through a contextual analysis of a biblical text. So it's so good for you to have an opportunity to explore our library a bit, available to you as an online student here at Southeastern University, and we'll begin to do that this week as well. And then to choose a passage and discuss what contextual analysis research teaches us about this passage. This will not be your chosen passage in Ephesians, but you'll have a list of other opportunities, other suggested passages that you can explore and then discuss together in a discussion forum as well. You'll be able to utilize religion databases when conducting the hermeneutical process, and so that involves the library, which you want to be able to explore. And then to draft a context analysis for your exegetical paper. So you will begin to compose little pieces of what will be your exegetical paper. It's not necessarily that it's the final version. It's just kind of get you started into the sections of that paper. This one, of course, being a context analysis. In terms of resources available to you this coming week, you will have a video called Why Bible Background Matters. Read chapter 11 in the great little book by McKnight, but also chapter 4 in the very, very important textbook from Gorman. You'll have a couple of review outlines that give you important information, one called the Religious Library Exercise, and the other a contextual analysis presentation. Both of these reviews are very, very important, not only for the class, but for this week's exercises as well. In terms of graded assignments, you will have a discussion forum again this week. Choose one of these passages: Revelation 3:14-22, Luke 7:36-39, 1 Kings 19:8-13, or Matthew 15:21-28. Spend some time reflecting on that passage. Ask some context questions of the passage, and then you're going to post your reflection, your context questions, etc., in the discussion forum for Module 3. And then you will have an opportunity to have a conversation about that this coming week as well. There will also be a religion library exercise that will bring you into our library. Once again, very detailed instructions are provided for you. You want to make sure that you take a careful look at those before you submit this assignment. So, why study the Bible in context is actually very, very simple. Context, whether it be the context of the language of a text, the context of the cultural, historical background, whatever context it might be, ends up being a very key consideration for you when you begin to study the scripture and unpack the meaning of the text. So it's going to be a very important week. The plot's kind of thickening from week to week. You're doing very good work, and I look forward to just participating with you. As always, be sure to let me know if you have a question. I am here to serve you. It is my honor to do so. So God bless you, everybody. Just have a wonderful week 3.